take your time with it. You have all the time you need. All the time in the world.
Impressive. Very nice.
A World War II sniper game that merges, well, using a sniper rifle with the stealth mechanics of, say, Hitman or Splinter Cell. Yes, Sniper Elite 5 has returned, but has enough changed in the series for it to remain fresh? Not really, but it's still fun to perform gory kills against Nazis.
We're going to be doing one thing, and one thing only. Killing Nazis.
Now, I never knew this, but it's been 17 years since the original Sniper Elite game, with each entry being the same as the last, but getting set in a new location, and Sniper Elite 5 is no exception. Set in 1944 in France during World War II, you play as returning character Carl Fairbairn, who is tasked with uncovering Project Kraken.
The Kraken!
From here, you'll be sneaking past patrols, gathering intel, but best of all, performing fantastic long-range distance shots at enemies. Now, if for whatever reason you've never played any entry in the Sniper Elite franchise before, for starters, you're missing out on some fantastic gory kills. If you enjoyed the Hitman series with the brutal X-ray styling combat of, say, Mortal Kombat, then you're in luck, because that's one of the greatest features of the series. And Sniper Elite 5 is a third-person shooter where each mission you'll either take out a key target, you'll gather intel, or you'll cause mayhem all at the same time. Now, if you've played Zombie Army before, well, it's basically the same thing, without the hordes of zombies swarming you and, more of a stealth option available. The main bread and butter of Sniper Elite 5 is, well, obviously your sniper rifle.
Now, would you like to learn how to shoot?
Whether you're wanting to play with hard wind resistance or having to judge for distance, or simply you just want to pick up and play, Sniper Elite 5 can be played your way. Whether you're wanting to do harder difficulty, Sniper Elite 5 is proper challenging. You'll need to adjust and judge for distance and environmental impacts, but also patrols and enemies are also much smarter, and you'll go down after a couple of rounds. However, I personally don't think there's any shame in playing it on easy mode, and you'll just have fun with it. Carl can take more damage, sort of like a T-800, and you won't need to worry about wind or distance affecting your shots. Also, any sound masking, whether it's coming from something small or a loud plane flying overhead, immediately masks the noise that you make. Again, not calling anyone out for playing on casual mode, but this game can be simply picked up and played with friends, and you can alter each difficulty mode in the game so you can make it hard sniping, but easy enemies. Now, not only can you sit back and fire upon enemies, but you also need to work on escape plans in case you get caught, or diversions to draw enemy patrols away from your location. Multiple times, if I was making too much noise or got caught in a firefight and I had to run, as soon as I broke line of sight from enemies, I'd quickly place down a landmine or just, cover my own ass in some instances if someone was chasing me. Besides having an explosive escape plan, it also sort of worked as a diversion. So if you're trying to sneak around and some enemies are bundled together, having I already forgot about a landmine on the other side of the map, or tampered with a generator that exploded and killed some guards, those guards will then go and investigate that area and that noise. Obviously, being based in World War II, you won't have access to modern sniper rifles that, you have to deal with things like, say, sound. This isn't Call of Duty Vanguard. There's no such thing as bullshit attachments. Anytime you fire a weapon, you'll need to pay attention to what's around you and how far the sound your gun makes. When you're firing a sniper rifle, you'll make the most sound, which can alert enemies around you to your location. Thankfully though, there can be environmental effects which can mask the sound of your rifle, so you'll need to time your shots accordingly. You'll be able to change out what ammo you're using in your weapons, from suppressed rounds, which make your weapons quieter, to wooden bullets that will just knock out enemies rather than kill them, and then there's just, the traditional way of just killing Nazis. You'll be able to change out your weapons, your equipment, your attachments at the start of each mission, but you'll also find workbenches inside each mission as well, which will not only let you change your equipment, but also sometimes unlock new attachments for you too. You're not only running around with a sniper rifle, but a standard sidearm, which can be somewhat iconic, but the annoying well-rod pistol. Now, this is a silenced pistol, but it's also a bolt-action pistol, so if you miss your shot, you'll be cocking and reloading after each shot, so you need to make each shot count. I need to stop saying the word shot.
10 years you carry that pistol, now you waste your shot.
But you'll also have access to, say, standard pistols and revolvers, each with their own pros and cons. Like, you'll get more power out of the revolver, but they can't be silenced.
And last but not least, my favorite.
You'll also have secondary weapons like the Thompson machine gun, for example. You've got some great weapons for close to medium range combat, or if you get spotted by enemies, and seeing as depending on what rifle you've got equipped at the time, using a rifle in close range combat can be a bit cumbersome. Going back to timing your shots, this is the greatest feature about Sniper Elite 5 and the spin-off Zombie Army games, is the brutal X-ray cameras. Anytime you pull off a fantastic shot or a trick shot, the camera will go into a sort of a slow-mo and track the bullet up until it reaches its target. Now, depending on where you've hit the target depends on the X-ray mechanic. If you've hit an explosive barrel, for example, you'll see enemies being flung into the air from the impact of the explosion, and potential shrapnel piercing their body and organs. But best of all though, targeting a patrol or just your main target, depending on where you hit them, you'll be treated to an X-ray kill cam that's been pulled straight from Mortal Kombat. If you get a Centaur's headshot, you'll be seeing the bullet go through the brain and also through eyes if they hit them in the eyes, the kidneys, the heart, and even the genitals.
Maybe in the subcoccygeal area, maybe in the liver, maybe in the kidneys, maybe even in the colon. We don't know.
But this is a little bit hard to pull off. But what does Sniper Elite 5 add compared to previous entries in the series? Well, you get better AI, you get increased X-ray gore, you get better graphics, but other than that, not much else. Sniper Elite 5 has of course now borrowed a page out of the Elden Ring book, and players can invade your game and hunt you down, and thankfully this can be completely toggled on and off. There's also some simple leveling up systems. As you naturally progress through the 9 missions of the game, Carl will level up and unlock new abilities like being able to revive yourself if you've got a medpack, or being able to collect ammo from temporary weapons that you pick up off the ground. Thankfully too, Sniper Elite 5 also has co-op and it's crossplay, but sadly I haven't tried this out yet. But these don't really feel like something new, if that makes sense. More of an additional feature to the core game. Sort of like say when Ubisoft does a rework and change to Rainbow Six Siege, they're new features added to a game, but it doesn't change, say, the core gameplay itself. The series is also starting to show its age a little bit too. There are some invisible wars, and it's still nothing as bad as Dynasty Warriors, but there was, say, a gentle slope that I thought I could use, and the game forced me to use a road. You can't make your way through or over small boxes and barrels, or even through trees, which kinda sucks. The second mission of the game, you have to gather intel from a beautiful castle, and the map gives you one of 3 options of how to approach, and while it's nice to have sort of an open approach to the mission, it still felt like what corridor do you want to go down? Now some of these close quarter executions that you can do as well, they're great, but if you do them on stairs, they don't look great at all. Finally, at least, well, sort of when it comes to the negatives really, is the X-ray kills. Now, while Sniper Ghost Warrior doesn't have X-ray kills, you can see what it does to enemies' heads, and it looks like they've been pulled straight out of a horror movie, but not really with Sniper Elite. Yes, we get awesome X-ray kills, and if for whatever reason the X-ray doesn't go off, the enemy character model will just get a red hole in their head or in their eye, and they'll just make a weird face. It doesn't really work. If you've got, say, the X-ray, you'd see the brain explode and you'd see the skull split and go in different directions, or ribs exploding from the rib cage. But when the X-ray doesn't go off, it's kind of lackluster because they just fall over. Sort of the X-ray bone and gore and everything is just part of the X-ray mode, but when you see the camera sort of come out of its X-ray and back to the character model of the target you just hit, there's no hole in their head.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
But Sniper Elite 5 doesn't need to be played quietly, which is a good thing. Yes, while it's more immersive if you fire a rifle while bombs are falling from the sky so your sound is masked, there are options to go loud.
Loud? That's our secret word for the day!
If you're entering a building bunker and want to, say, take the loud alternative, you can sabotage enemy bodies or generators to explode if they're mishandled. You can line up shots and use nearby explosive tanks or ammo caches as a diversion, or as a means to take out multiple enemies at once. Hell, there was a point in the game where I looked up the map and the layout and just went, fuck this, and went straight balls to the wall loud. Sure, it's not really the way you're supposed to play the game, but Sniper Elite can sort of be played however the hell you want to play it. You can use a sniper rifle in this game without a scope, giving you more of a challenge, but also you can force yourself to play more close quarters. Finally, Sniper Elite, at least in my opinion, is better than the Sniper Ghost Warrior series. While that is a modern first-person shooter that has a similar bullet time mode and lets you, say, set up on sniper perches and just sit back and pop shots off at enemies, Sniper Elite is more fun. Yes, it is a bit more arcadey, but it does have the option to be played in a sim style, where Sniper Ghost Warrior just felt like it was just too edgy. Personal opinion and sort of personal taste too, I guess. If you like Sniper Ghost Warrior, then no stress, dude, but if you're a Sniper Elite fan, then right on. I hope I didn't butcher this review though for you. So finally, if you enjoyed the Hitman series with being able to replay missions multiple times from various different angles on top of the X-ray kills that you get in Mortal Kombat, and you enjoy just sitting back and sniping people, then Sniper Elite 5 should probably be in your sights.